Hello, friends. Welcome to today's program. China is a very populous country. It is also a major demand for meat, eggs, milk, and animal products. How to secure the Chinese people's jobs? Protect the livestock farming of the Chinese people? It is one of the most important research topics of our time. Countless practitioners continue to optimize and innovate for this. In-depth exploration of more scientific and healthy animal husbandry methods. Singao is in the front line of animal husbandry and feed. Use science and technology to empower animal husbandry. Quality is good. Promote the transition of Chinese people from eating well to eating well.
Two hours before the arrival of the high-speed rail target train, Lei Zhuan is ready, from Xinyi to Suzhou railway station. What made him solemn was, "Welcome Li Tifa, academician of the Chinese Academy of Engineering, to and to guide the progress of the cooperative research project." As an expert in animal nutrition and feed science, academician Li Tifa is globally renowned in the field of pig feed nutrition.
It's been 3 years since I came back. In the study of fat, ENN has done an excellent job. The research is also very deep, including how it dissolves in water. How can it be better circulated? How can you enter the feed industry? They have done some excellent work.
As the leader of the ENN Quality Nutrition and Health R&D project, Lei Zhuan has been engaged in the field of animal husbandry and feed for more than 40 years. Animal husbandry accompanied him for half his life. When Lei Zhuan was born in the 1960s, it was the years when the Republic went through the struggle against food and clothing. Working with farm animals is his deepest childhood memory.
When I was very young, sure, normal. Because people don't have much animal protein. It's only been a year. You can only eat meat once. In junior high school, I have 2 pigs. Raised it for a year, only 110 catties a year. Hey, 110 catties! So it grows very slowly. It's very slow.
This feeling of powerlessness was overcome. The young Lei Zhuan was pressed down in his heart. It exploded when he chose his college major. Selected a less reported veterinary specialty.
To the back. After coming back, people say, "Hey, what are you studying?" I said, "Study veterinary medicine." Veterinarians go to college. Isn't that pickled pig? However, we are very certain and clear in our hearts. And indeed, the veterinarian was very thoughtful. It requires us to dedicate a lifetime of effort to this.
Deep learning of animal husbandry. Let Lei Zhuan see a different world. In 1989, as the only Chinese to attend an academic seminar in the UK, it also made him see the huge gap between China and the livestock industry in developed countries. Resolutely decided to study abroad. In the 1980s and 1990s, most of China's livestock are still raised at home. The disparity with developed countries is vast. In 1997, Lei Zhuan, who was abroad, learned from a friend that China would hold the 1997 China Animal Husbandry and Feed Industry Fair in Xi'an. "I feel that my opportunity has come." However, the reality is far from as beautiful as Lei Zhuan imagined. Failed to breed meat rabbits. Failed dairy farming. At one point, he could only rely on his English level in the field of animal husbandry, translating English for foreign companies in China to support their families.
If employed by this as a translator, or senior employees employed by foreign companies, I was having an easy time. But I think so. This is not the purpose of my return to China, because coming back is for startups.
Until 2003. When Lei Zhuan was translating for industry experts, a concept put forward by experts that is completely unfamiliar in China. Let Lei Zhuan keenly sense that this is an opportunity. The concept is the feed additive sodium butyrate.
The sodium butyrate is chemically synthesized. What about inside us? What we animals eat? It turns into butyric acid. It has an affinity. It's not entirely foreign. The foreign object is expelled by our body. Is a burden. Sodium butyrate is exactly not. Therefore, it can help to regulate the health of the gastrointestinal tract.
After specifying the research direction, Lei Zhuan convened R&D talents to conduct research on sodium butyrate and made an important breakthrough in 2003.
It's still light. It also has a taste. It is relatively heavy. What about our current industry? Sodium butyrate is known to be good, but I just don't like the smell. So let's make this granular type now. It's what we call a crystalline color that make it hook and bite with other raw materials of the feed, but it's easy to mix. It's very easy to use. The taste is not heavy either.
Obtained the domestic sodium butyrate production license in 2005. Then it became the national standard setting unit for feed additive sodium butyrate. It has established ENN's leading position in this field. The use of sodium butyrate and related additives. It has helped break the situation of China's animal husbandry relying on antibiotics.
We mainly do that short URL fatty acid, medium chain fatty acids, and long chain fatty acids. It all revolves around fatty acid nutrition.
In addition to reducing the negative effects of antibiotic use, Lei Zhuhan found that, with the improvement of people's living standards, nutrition and health have become the goal pursued by more and more people. DHA, an important member of the lipid that needs to be obtained from animal meat and eggs, plays an important role in human health.
What about DUC? It's docosahexaenoic acid. So it's a big constituent of lipids. It's an important building block of vital organs. It's like brain, sperm, semen. It contains a lot of DUC. It's really about life.
There are always multiple factors that affect the development of things. No resistance and nutrition are just part of it. There are also external factors that affect the development of China's animal husbandry.
It was November 2022. The United States held a meeting of the Egg Wash Association. The final conclusion is that 3 years later, 2025, the United States will become one of the largest soybean exporters, a country that is transformed into a zero-R exporter.
China is the world's largest consumer of soybeans. It has been dependent on imports for a long time, since 1995. Soybean meal and soybean oil processed from imported soybeans become important sources of animal protein and energy, respectively.
We saw this number here in 2006. What about soybean oil? It's this $5, that's nearly $8 now. It's our peeled soybean meal. This is $2 so we're only $4 now.
On the other hand, soybean oil as the main raw material of feed, as scientific research deepens. Disadvantages that usually go unnoticed are also found.
Now, this is in the feed. That's usually used. This is boiled soybean oil. It's in the process of preservation. It's prone to oxidation. Then it becomes sour into the feed after the animal ate it. It can affect its intestinal health. Then it will cause diarrhea in serious cases, intestinal damage, even death.
Is there a better way to make up for the lack of soybean oil?
Combined with some of the company's extensive research findings on long, medium, and short URLs over the years. And they developed a liquid phytate. Our new ASEAN company is called Gaolong Juju, in addition to being good for animals. The deposit of this in their bodies will also benefit us humans.
Using 1/3 more oil than before can meet the nutritional needs of animals. Let the Chinese people be able to hold the rice bowl of meat and egg poultry.
2-1.
July 4th, 2023. The Animal Lipid Nutrition and Health Research Institute, in cooperation with academician Li Defa's team and N, was officially unveiled. Launch further project collaboration.
We also organized the Lipid Nutrition Health Research Institute together. What about the small field of lipid nutrition health? Make it through, make it fine.
Our Chinese feed industry is definitely moving from a big country to a strong country. Eat well. You have to have good, high-quality meat, eggs, and milk so that we can eat well to improve people's living standards. None of this stuff is without food. All of these things would guarantee the safety of the feed grain. It is also necessary to ensure national food security.
Today, the thriving animal husbandry industry continues to nourish the taste on the table of Chinese people. In the deliciousness and happiness brought by meat, eggs, and poultry, make countless animal husbandry practitioners bow down and be willing to be roozy cattle. Let people eat from full to savory. Towards greater nutrition and health.